and you get the rewards, right? You can do manufactory grind, and you can do passive grind through the space station here, and you get stuff. Let's go here. Enfield graphics is decent, nothing like WoW, but the key difference in my eyes is art style, combat, and storytelling is unique. Is Wuthering Waves graphics better? Is it though? Maybe in terms of effects? Because I personally don't think so. Here, it's literally passive grind. I have literally someone working for me. And the more I play, the more I can... like, passively grind. The game being heavy doesn't mean that the graphics are better.
Someone once reached the top with just the two.
Like, I can tell you something that graphically this game does a lot better. I can show you to you. Let's just teleport in a random place. I'm going to tell you why. Because up close, like really up close, on the newest region, yes, Wuthering Waves might look a little bit better. But the thing is, I don't think you can see it on stream. But do you see the grass here? Up here in the mountains? All the way back there. You can see the grass there. Right? You can literally see it. If I'm over here, and I start going there, right? From here, I can see the grass. There is no pop-ins. There's nothing popping in my screen. Okay, the monster popped in, but in terms of graphics, there's nothing popping in my screen. From here, I can see the grass all the way down there. In Wuthering Waves, you cannot see that. You cannot see it. And you notice a lot more when you're flying around. When you're flying around, you can see everything popping up. It's not a Wuthering Waves specific problem, it's an engine problem. Because they are using Unreal Engine 4. There is no way around it. That is always going to happen because they use Unreal Engine 4. And they cannot fix it. They can minimize it, but they cannot fix it. And this to me looks, in terms of up-close quality, looks pretty similar to Wuthering Waves, not in terms of art style, but in terms of texture quality. Maybe Wuthering Waves has a little bit more texture quality, or higher resolution textures, than Arknights. It probably does, but art style helps it a little bit, and for the fact that we can render everything that we can see without having pop-ins makes it so that this game overall will look better than Wuthering Waves, even if up close it does not. That engine isn't stable? No, it's not that the engine isn't stable, it's like a drawback of the engine itself. It's just a drawback of the engine. Unreal Engine 4 is very well studied. It's a very old engine that people really know how to use, right? It's been around for a very long time and people know how to use the engine. If the game is badly optimized, that's on Kuro's part, not on the engine part. Because Stellar Blade is also made on Unreal Engine 4. So it's not an excuse to have to be unoptimized. Anyway, let's go here. It is literally not an excuse. This art style reminds me of Final Fantasy more than Booba. Yeah, the art style is very different. I'm not comparing art styles. I think both art styles are very good. But I do prefer the more like simplistic, more anime-like art style of Arknights than the more realistic overall art style of Wuthering Waves. Because Arknights has a more realistic art for the characters and more simplistic art for the environment, while Wuthering Waves is the other way around. It has a more anime style, for characters and more realistic style for environment. Let's see. Can I upgrade this? Let's talk to her. You like Scar art style? What will this upgrade do? This upgrade will connect the control nexus. Damn, it's automatic. This will allow us to fine-tune system controls, unlock manufacturing cabin upgrades, and improve our work performance. A larger, mid-sized cabin will also be restored for our utilization, construction, and management of growth chamber. Let's start. Engineering the revision has prepared algorithm experiment ship, however we must personally authorize its installation. Please go to the control nexus. I see. Let's upgrade this. Level up control nexus to unlock more functional cabins. Insufficient items? Insufficient items? I need this. I think I know what I have. That it's in the hub. It's here. But honestly, if what you say about Whooper engine being well studied and stable, how in global almighty name is it enough to cause so much stress on my gaming laptop? I said that the engine is stable, not that the game is stable. Like, the engine might be very well studied, and people might know how to work with it. It doesn't mean that Kuro devs know how to work with it, right? So, well, that's your answer. Nikkei devs know how to work with the engine better than Kuro devs. And they've only made the game. Well, technically, Wuthering Waves is also the first game they do, so yeah. In that engine. Let's go to the... Is there any other recycle station? Let's go to this one. I mean, they had a lot of trouble at the start. The thing about Wuthering Waves is that they... Okay, quality was increased. Did I just use... Oh, no. Let's upgrade. For example, if you look up Stellar Blade, right? You can see that it has pretty good graphics, right? Comparably so to Wuthering Waves. I think Stellar Blade has better graphics than Wuthering Waves, right? And it's lighter on your PC, by the way. Wuthering Waves is heavier than Stellar Blade if you run max settings. With no ray tracing, of course. How did they achieve that? Well, because they know how to optimize their game. And also because, well, it's a bit different. One is a completely open world game, and the other is kind of instance based. But the instances are very big, though, so... It's been a long time. How can Bua not fix this problem? Mistake for speaking out on Reddit equal attacked. Did you really get attacked for saying that the game is badly optimized? Because I can run the game just fine, right? I personally can run the game just fine. But just because I can run the game just fine doesn't mean that the game is not badly optimized, because the game is badly optimized. They keep trying to come up with better graphics, better lighting, better textures, better everything, but no better performance. What the fuck, Kuro? Sure, we have better water physics now. We have better shading. We have better everything, but the performance keeps tanking, right? So why do we need all that if we're going to have to turn down the settings? Have some recording. Failed to render some weird stuff, I believe. So let's level this up. There we go. Control Nexus data updates verified. We can now construct a growth chamber at the working sector. Does that mean we can farm on D-Junk? Of course, that's if that's what you need. Seed materials extracted from various resources can be cultivated into mature fungal matter, vitrified plants, and rare minerals. Cultivation takes time, but it offers a steady supply of these resources. I like the sound of that. Used to stream Wubo story, yet there are glitches, failed to render on time, weird blurry eye blinking, etc. I did get a lot of that on the final like thing of Renacita, like the ending, like crazy loading times, right? Crazy loading times, textures not rendering like properly, and stuff like that. But like an old thing, if you don't like the game after giving it three chances, leave it for another. Well, I did that with ZZZ. I tried the game like three separate times and I didn't like it three that separate times, so I just quit it and never went back. As for Wuthering Waves, I stopped playing once when I had my old PC because uh, it was just a struggle just to run the game, and I kept having like FPS drops. Um, then I started playing again during Renazita, and now I stopped playing for a little bit. I, I don't pretend to quit it, but I mean the game is just dry. How Mental survives ZZZ gear grind that is worse than Genji and HSR? I didn't. I didn't because I never got to that part. I always quit before because the game is just dog shit. If I'm going to be honest, my biggest my biggest problem with ZZZ is the camera. Like mouse and keyboard in ZZZ is absolute dog shit. Like the camera is so fucking unresponsive and bad that it's crazy. If anyone plays with mouse and keyboard and the camera is not an issue for them, they are not human. They are not human. The camera is so fucking bad and unresponsive. That is crazy. The story is, especially at the start. I don't know what the story is about at like the recent patches, and I don't care because the story at the start is boring. The quests are boring. The maps are boring. Right? Everything in that fucking game is boring. I mean, the characters are interesting, right? But that's about it. Some characters are interesting, but that's about it. Maybe their stories are interesting, but I was never able to get to that part because